have a healthy, happy relationship only if both people are willing to learn self-love. And that's, like I said before, you have to have self-love. And the reasoning for that is that self-love, honesty, and love unconditionally. I mean, you have to have pure love, and you have to be able to love, unconditionally throughout this relationship. You can't, because the fact is that you are marrying each other. You are seeing each other's flaws. You are, it's just, and it's very, very intense. You have to be able to trust one another. Trust is huge in any relationship. You have to just know that, and you can't go in there. You can't let your mind be like, well, what happens if it doesn't work? What happens this? What happens that? What happens if we don't, she or he breaks my heart? If we do that, we'll never be able to go into a relationship because we don't know the outcome of anything. We're not supposed to know that. We just have to have faith in God and our faith in ourselves and faith in love and go for it. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Because if we sit and we hash out everything that could go wrong and everything, that's what we're manifesting. We're not manifesting the love and the friendship and the passionate hot sex we really are desiring. We're manifesting what could go wrong. And we're not supposed to do that, obviously. And that's not healthy. And it's not gonna get us the person that we truly deserve and the universe and the divine and whomever are trying to pull us to, and that they see fit and whatever else. So we have to be mindful of our thoughts, and we have to have positive feelings and emotions and thoughts in everything that we do. I mean, that's just really, really important. So, I mean, otherwise we fuck up all the good things in our life by allowing negativity in our thoughts to destroy it. And it's really sad. And we're all guilty of it. I don't care who you are. Excuse me. Twin flames are a mirror soul and they consider our soul connection. A twin flame is the other half of your soul, which I explained to you. A soul can split into two after ascending to high frequencies. In other words, the soul lands in two different bodies. If you compare the two twin flames versus soulmates, it is important to know that a soulmate is someone made from the same kind of energy as you, but who has never existed in fusion with you. Although soulmates connections are highly significant, an encounter with a twin flame is almost next to impossible. And if you do come across a twin flame, know that you are like one of, I don't know the statistics that actually do. The divine is actually pulling you together. That means that God is wanting this union. They want you to become one because it has such a special importance to not only those two people, but to the people out into the world, to the world. We have a purpose to serve together. And you have an extremely okay. So you will never, like I said before, you will, if you are one of the lucky ones that comes across your twin flame, that you actually have that with somebody, and on top of it, the universe and God's pushing you into this union, and it has this really big, significant part. It's written in the stars. I mean, it's just written in, it's meant to be, it's supposed to be. So it's pretty hard to ignore, but some people do. You will never have a chance of that ever again in this lifetime. You will never be able to have that feeling, those desires, those needs, and just everything that you fill with this twin flame with anyone else. You'll never have that with anyone else. I mean, you could love the person that you're with, and you can have the patience and the you could have the will, and your ego can say you're not leaving this person. And I would never want anyone to ever leave somebody or divorce somebody because of me. I would never be able to live with myself, nor should the person that I was connecting to. I know that we have this intense bond, but we're also adults, so we can be adults and respect each other and respect their spouses, or whatever your situation is. I know it's a hard thing. It's I don't know. It's intense, but I never would want anybody to ever hurt somebody else because of me, because I don't want to ever hurt anybody, and I don't ever want me to hurt. I would never want that, or somebody to hurt somebody else because of something that was my fault. And I truly do mean that. That just breaks my heart. I get so emotional even thinking about that. I don't want to see anyone, I don't care if they have done the worst things to me in my life. I don't ever, ever, ever want harm to be done to somebody. I don't ever want those people to feel pain or disappointment. I forgive them. I forgive. Because if I don't forgive, I carry around all that shit with me, and I don't want it. I already got enough shit on me. So, and I'm just a kind, loving, gentle person that really, truly believes in love and kindness towards other people and myself. So here are some facts, or some ways to determine if you have met your twin flame, or if you're still waiting to. This is the signs that you can look for. It says you have an extremely telepathic or psychic connection. You feel prepared for a special connection with another person. You will evolve together. You feel a magnetic pull towards one another. You understand your purpose through this relationship, and that's very, very, very important. And I think that was it for those. Yeah, 5. If you decide that you are going to reject your twin flame, that you're not, even though you feel all this, and just say maybe your family won't let you do it, or the people, your friends are telling you, no, filling in your head full of shit, or like you're married, or so on. Just know that you're not going to be punished for that. You're not going to be in trouble. You're not. The one thing I would recommend is that you definitely talk to that person, whomever you have, your twin flame, and you discuss that, and then you come together as a friend. You come together, you could be best friends for the rest of your life. You can create a relationship, not romantic, but a relationship out of friendship that you will have, and you can still create things together. You can still put out into the world what you're supposed to do. So know that it doesn't always have to be this loving romantic relationship. It can be friendship. It could be with your dad. I mean, our parents, typically one of them are your soulmates. It is definitely, I recommend, they have a ton of books out there to read about soulmates and all that. I highly recommend it. It's very interesting. There's so much to it, and it really does help you understand. It really does help you know that we do have bigger purposes in life than what we perceive, and we do need to fulfill those too, to have an abundant life, to have a loving life, to ascend to our next life and not have to repeat all this again, and to be the person that the higher above set out for us to be, and to be a good person to help others and be kind and loving. I really want to stress that. Sometimes when we feel rejected and we don't feel good about ourselves, we sometimes replace feelings of like we're not worthy of that person, or we're not worthy to achieve that job, or that we're not worthy of being the person that we set out to be, or we're supposed to be, or we all go through that. And I want to stress that too. We all go through times where we don't feel like we're good enough for life. I mean, I'll just put it that way. We need to increase the ability to give and receive love to others and ourselves. That's important. When we do, we all, if you're a twin flame, or if you're a soulmate, or whatever your connection is with somebody, we're all capable of having an abundant relationship, an abundant life, one that's filled with happiness and joy. And my phone died.